Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1 Phathead, Cande Roth. We are looking at a lot of rain here this morning, clearing out hopefully this afternoon. If your kid still hasn't gone out to the bus stop or you haven't driven them to school yet, there's still a bunch of rain in the area. Weekend looks like 60 for the high both days and mostly dry. We hope to get by with some decent weather. Couple of notes here. Our Fest 2024 starring Walker Hayes Catholic Health Amphitheater Bald Hill officially general on sale is today at 10 a.m. Ticketmaster.com. Do not miss it. We are excited for this show. Can't wait. And a reminder, a week from Sunday, the 21st, we have a huge ticket blitz at Bay Gardens, East Moriches. Now, first of all, Cande, Bay Gardens has everything for the spring. The plants, the flowers, the home goods. They have it all. And
love it.
The 21st of April, Jay Letterman's there noon to 2. Every 10 minutes, we're giving you a chance to win Jelly Roll, Dan and Shay, Jason Aldean, Riley Green, Luke Combs. I know there's more. Tim McGraw, Walker Hayes. We got, just a ton of tickets. You don't want to miss it. It's on our socials. We are amped and cannot wait. So, in the Bald and the Beautiful Entertainment 6 o'clock hour and coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, you will hear mentions of the passing of OJ Simpson at the age of 76. And while we don't sit here and cry for OJ, we think back. It's hard. You can't not sit here and not think
back. There was
back.
So much on the television yesterday, I had to keep turning it off. It can only take so much.
Right.
Yeah, so the next couple of days we're going to be besieged. Did I say that right?
Besieged.
With all of this, yes.
Yes. Now, I have a list of some things that were going on in 1994, 30 years ago, to show you just how long ago that was. But the first thing that's not on the list I will mention is that was the Knicks against the Houston Rockets, NBA Finals, and
yes, I was watching that. I remembered that yesterday, seeing that. That's what I was watching during that chase.
And you had the New York Rangers in the playoffs.
Yes.
It was and by the way, there's a whole ESPN, this was done years ago, their famous 30 for 30 series. It's all about the OJ chase combined with the sports that were on TV and what was happening with the sport. It's really an incredible documentary. You gotta watch it. Now before we get to this list, you said you were pregnant with one of your kids.
I was pregnant with Evan. And of course, this was in June when this occurred, right? And he was born in September, and it was crazy. Yeah. So I was home during part of that. And got to see. I watched, I think, pretty much every second of the trial. I don't think I missed anything.
Wow, you were like really pregnant. You were in the middle of it there,
yeah.
Huh? Wow. Mm-hmm. So here's some things from 1994, 30 years ago. April 5th of that year, Kurt Cobain took his own life. Cande. That's how far back we are going with this. On May 26th of 1994. Michael Jackson married Lisa Marie Presley.
And we still don't believe it was real.
I
don't.
Incredible. It's so long ago. The number one song in the country was The Sign by Ace of Base.
Oh, my God. Oh, wow.
And by the way, I Swear by All for One was also one of the top songs. Yeah. The top scripted TV show 30 years ago during the whole OJ thing. Home Improvement, Seinfeld, Roseanne, Grace Under Fire, and Coach were the top 5 shows.
How about that?
And how about this? No one at that point, no one had seen Friends. It was months away from premiering at that time.
That's incredible. Wow.
This is how far back we're going to these events. The internet got real in 1994. The founding of Yahoo and Amazon those years.
That's crazy to think. What did we do before that?
I
Yeah. What?
What were we doing? I mean,
What were we
think about
doing?
that, right?
Crazy.
Major League Baseball was headed towards a players' strike. The World Series was canceled that year.
Right. Oof.
And on June 15th of 1994, The Lion King premiered in theaters.
I love that movie, and that was the first movie Casey and I went to. Yes, I was very pregnant with Evan. He was almost 3.5. Casey, held it. I was sobbing. I was trying to hold it in, not to scare my child when, the dad died.
Yeah, now that was 3 days after the murder and 2 days before the Bronco chase was The Lion King premiering in theaters.
Wow.
June 15th of 1994. And I mean, in some ways it feels like yesterday, and in some ways it does feel like 30 years ago. And
Yeah,
it's
30 years ago. Wow.
yeah, pretty wild. Now, in I think better news, in next hour we're going to discuss national days, and we will get to all of them, but we need to put a special highlight on one of our favorite things. Today, Candy, is National Grilled Cheese Day.
This is going to make me want one. Who doesn't love a good grilled cheese sandwich? And is there such a thing as a bad grilled cheese sandwich?
Yes, actually, there is such a thing. If the cheese is not melted enough.
You're right.
You ever order a grilled cheese and they don't keep it on the grill long enough? I've had that.
I have not had that. I don't order it very often. When I do, I've always been very happy.
Right. All right, let's go this route. Can you name a better comfort food than a grilled cheese?
For me, I would have to say macaroni and cheese. That's my number one comfort food.
So, okay, now I grilled cheese would still be above mac and cheese for me.
Really?
But yes, but I have to say there are certain mac and cheeses like that box stuff that will cook at home. That's not it. Like I need like, Chick-fil-A mac and cheese,
Well, my crazy thing since I'm a kid is you boil macaroni, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's done, you add cheese, but you don't mix it all the way through. So some of it has the melted cheese, some of it doesn't. And your father will love this next step. Ketchup the same way. So you don't mix it all together. So some of it has the ketchup, some of it has the. This is where, when I'm feeling bad, when I'm just getting over being sick, this is what I will go to.
Well,
Since I'm a kid. And I don't know if anybody makes it like that, but I do. And that's my favorite.
All right, well, let's get back to the grilled cheese. That's pretty interesting.
Yes.
I didn't realize that about you, but no one knows exactly how old the grilled cheese sandwich is, so I guess it's like every year it says, oh, I'm turning 29. It never turns 30, Candy. It's always young.
Oh, always
Who knows?
young. Love it.
It was featured in some old cookbook, Mrs. Rohrer's new cookbook from 1902.
Oh.
Yeah. The French were the first to make it a thing in 1910. Restaurants started adding it to their menus in 1910. The average American eats 36 grilled cheeses a year.
Ooh. I don't eat that many a year.
Definitely not.
No.
As much as I love them.
Here's another little hint. Martha Stewart said when you're doing your grilled cheese, don't use butter, use mayonnaise on the bread.
You did tell me that. Yes.
And we've tried it, and may I say, yum.
Or either that, use mayonnaise, or go to a diner, because there's nothing better than a diner grilled cheese.
I don't know what they do that makes it so greasy and good, but it so is. With the pickle. Oh.
Yeah, you got to have the pickle.
Got to have the pickle.
57% of Americans prefer white bread for their grilled cheese.
I am a rye girl, a pumpernickel girl, but anything that you want to make a grilled cheese with is okay by me.
To your point earlier, only 20% of us use mayonnaise over butter when making the grilled cheese.
Well, Martha said, and if Martha said it, it's got to be good. And we tried it, and it is.
All right. 52% of people in America cut their grilled cheese diagonally. How do you cut yours?
Diagonally.
Yeah, I agree. I've been cutting all my sandwiches I think you get more. I don't know what it is. You get more.
It looks bigger.
Yeah.
And prettier. I don't know what it is either. It's a mind thing.
There's some very fun grilled cheese moments in pop culture, but I guess from what I'm reading here, Gen Xers think of the movie Benny and June, Johnny Depp's character making a stack of grilled cheeses.
Yes.
I don't remember that, but apparently he uses a clothes iron to make the grilled cheese in the movie.
Which is, in prison, they're making it on the heaters and whatnot. You always see a story about that.
And most people just make grilled cheese in a pan or cast iron skillet. Some will use a toaster oven or panini. I'm assuming you're going right on the stove with the pan, right?
Right on the stove with the pan. That's right.
Yeah, you have to. We will discuss more national days later on in the 8 o'clock hour. We still have your Bald and the Beautiful entertainment at 8:12. Good news stories on the way. Plenty to do on a rainy Friday. Should clear out this afternoon, we hope. Saturday and Sunday, about 60 both days, and we're hoping for more dry than wet. It looks that way, so we'll be excited about that. Let's hit the roads. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.